Well, hello everyone and welcome to another round of the NGK and NTK Esports Cup. This is going to be coming at you from Rodskugen. Here we go then. The race here, race number 1 at Rodskugen in the NGK and NTK Esports Cup is underway. It's Alexander Thieber that leads in towards the first turn and swinging into towards turn 2 now. Most of the front get single file. However, Vince Peters has been left out to dry here a little bit around the outside. It's very difficult to try and, get yourself to the inside here as we see Gustems. Oh, Arthur Gustems with the big slide coming through turn 3 and 4, and he's going to lose a lot of positions down the inside here. He's going to settle in as we have an instant. We have an instant towards the back of the field. Is that Harry Fox?
Probably the damage to the car, as you mentioned. Yeah.
So this is Harry Fox. Oh, it was a single car incident and a slide that collected a couple of other drivers. That was Sam Chapman and Franco Buckley, I think it was. Well, that's just the situation that the drivers are having to deal with at the moment. Not only car issues, and instance out there on circuit. There was a bit of a move there. Daniel Muff dropping down the order. That was for P2. Major position here. Yeah, it was going for a gap that never existed. We'll have a look at it here. You can see heading his way through. You can see Muff a little bit wide, but that isn't an invitation to go down the inside at the second apex there. That door was always closing and was pretty much closed even when Belica got there. Oh, and he sent it on someone else. He sent it on someone else again. Another gap that was not available for Belica, and Haflidson's now the victim and was out of line. And then we see this as the issue. Again, that gap is just not there. Well, he's going to be within a car length, I would have thought. So going to be showing the nose and actually committing on the brakes in towards turn number 1. Thompson's going for it. A little bit unsettled there from Ellen, who tries to hold the inside. Coming through turn 2 here, and it's going to back them all up in towards Belica here. So keep an eye on that car in the background to see if he gets himself involved. Still side by side between Thompson and Ellen on the run down the hill in towards turn number 3 now. Ellen continuing to hold that inside car, slipping and sliding up underneath him at the moment. It's so tricky in these conditions to keep the car pointed in the right direction, but Ellen's able to hold on to it.
Hey, but that's racing, especially in a cup, if it's quite hard to pull an advantage on a specific point of the track. Some cars are then quicker with BOP on the straight, some of the corners, and you can kind of, find the sweet spot of where you can cover and where you can attack.
Thompson has to say about it. He's going to angle towards the inside, down in towards turn number 3. Ellen will give him the space, and again, car looking a little bit unstable. Thompson holding that inside all the way around. Is Ellen going to be able to come back at him, though, in towards the next sequence of corners? I don't think he will. Oh, that's a great pass there for Patrick Thompson, exactly when he needed it. Through the final corner comes Alexander Thieber as he'll head his way towards that start-finish line and pick up the race win here in race 1 at Rodskugen for the NGK and NTK Esports Cup. Another one in the bag for the German. Here's the unofficial race results, though, from Rodskugen race number 1. Of course, stewards will be having a look at incidents after the event and applying any penalties as appropriate. But it is Alexander Thieber that takes the race win by roughly 1.3 seconds. And we're green flag here for race number 2 in the NGK and NTK Esports Cup here at Rodskugen. Front 2 away well, front 4 actually away well. We've got 3 wide behind, though, with Franco Buckley right in the middle of things. 4 wide coming through turn 1 and 2, and that's a big mess in behind. That was never going to work out, was it? 4 wide into that section. You can barely get 2.
The traffic jam was insane. It was obvious that something's going to happen with these cars in one spot. Basically, yeah. I don't think many of these cars are actually too damaged. Ooh, incidents, and actually Luis Belica is involved in it again. Tango to Cook, and Alexander Thieber. Alexander Thieber looks like he's involved in this one as well. What has happened here on the way out of turn number 1 and 2? Here about these incidents. So this is Luis Belica straight into the back, into the quarter panel. That one's a slam dunk penalty, and not holding the brakes across the circuit as well.
I see 4 penalties for Luis Bielica in this race. I do like to call those out when I see it. I think we have a duty as commentators sometimes to call those things out. As there's a bit of an incident, a bit of a problem, bit of a tussle between Vince Peters and Sam Chapman, who falls back through the order, actually wraps himself across the nose of one of the cars behind. This has potential to be an even bigger incident with cars involved. Yeah, it's been pretty comfortable, but this is the slightly trickier situation now when you have so many drivers that would be faster than you in qualifying trim. Yeah, here we go. Wanji Lin trying to dive it down the inside, and Dove will actually just let them go here. There's really no point in it sometimes, but going to get himself now a gap, an overlap on the inside there. It does turn into the outside for the next corner, though, which is always a bit sketchy. Through this SS section, it's tough to go side by side through here and still not lose a ton of time. Door open on the inside, and Vince Peters is going to take that one every single day of the week. Gets the performance off the corner as well. Half a car length ahead, becomes absolutely level as there's a door barge between the two of them. Lin down the inside now through this right-hander. He's going to gain the advantage, and he's going to keep the position for now. But I get the feeling that door barge was a bit unnecessary. And in fact, over the driver text chat, Gary Lin says, sorry, I don't think he intended to do that. Has to try and defend from Peters. So Peters goes from defense to offense here. On the way down the hill into turn number 3. They're getting so close. Careful not to make contact. Suzuka trapped on the outside line. Here comes Tiba, diving himself down the inside, trying to capitalize on the battle that was going on ahead of him. Suzuka, if he can hold the inside here, he might just have a chance of holding on. Yes, he does, but can't quite carry the momentum through. So Tiba capitalizing on the battle going on ahead to try and gain the position as well. Buckley has to try and hold on to this now. It would be a fantastic drive for him to take this one away. But Thompson, it would be a similar story for him as well, as he had to start this race at P21. Coming off the final corner, we will cross the line with 2 seconds to go. One more lap for these drivers to settle their differences, and we got side by side for the race lead between Buckley and Thompson. Onto the brakes in towards turn number 1. Thompson's going to be hung out to dry here. He's going to have to back out of it to make sure he doesn't get a slowdown penalty here. But as they exit the corner now, taking as much track as they want and they need to try and hold these moves. Thompson has the draft on the way down in towards turn number 3 now. Early defensive move for Buckley, but Thompson goes even further towards the inside to try and get the pass done, but it's all covered off here as they work their way now in towards turn number 3. Harry Fox is gaining on these guys as they try to scrap, as they try to slice and dice, but through the S's section now, Patrick Thompson still hasn't been able to find a way through whatsoever. It feels like he's the fastest out of these two, but he still just can't find a way through, winding through the left-hander. Not a lot of opportunities left now to try and get this pass done. Thompson, he's going to have to go for a dive somewhere, someplace, but how? Another early defensive line being taken by Buckley. It looks like Thompson will have the speed coming off the corner here, and he's trying to get himself alongside, but still no momentum at this stage. Just a couple more corners to go between these guys. Harry Fox in P3 is there, but I don't think he'll be a factor at the moment. Heading their way into the final corner now. Is there any last-ditch attempt for Thompson to try and steal this one away from Franco Sanchez Buckley? I don't think there will be. Coming out of the final corner, Franco Sanchez Buckley will take the race to win here in the NGK and NTK eSports. That's the unofficial order. The official gap at the end there was just about under 2/10 of a second between Buckley and Thompson, which is crazy. Harry Fox in 3rd place. Alexander Tiba from the very back of the grid up into 4th place with Vince Peters in 5th, John Ellen 6th, Wanji Lin in P7, Simon Suzuka P8, Michael Hafliderson and Daniel Muth will round out the top 10 there.